The White House. A place synonymous with power, politics, and American history. For centuries, it has welcomed kings, queens, and presidents from around the world. But now, something different. Something historic. A young princess is about to walk through those iconic doors. And not just any princess. Princess Leonor of Spain, the heir to the Spanish throne. The future queen. Officially received by none other than Donald Trump, the man who once divided America, and who still commands headlines worldwide. What happens when royalty and raw power collide? What secrets lie behind that meeting? This is not just a visit. It is a statement. A stage where history, ambition, and destiny intertwine. To understand the gravity of this meeting, we need to step back. Princess Leonor, daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, is no ordinary royal. At just 19, she has already shouldered responsibilities that most leaders twice her age would struggle to bear. Military training, public service, representing Spain in international forums. All while the world watches her every move, every smile, every word. Her presence at the White House signals more than diplomacy. It is a message. Spain's future queen stepping onto the world stage, not in Europe, but in Washington, D.C., the very heart of global politics. Now, let's talk about Donald Trump. For many, his return to the White House was unthinkable. For others, inevitable. A man loved and loathed in equal measure. A leader who reshaped political discourse not only in America, but across the globe. What does it mean, then, that Trump himself has chosen to officially receive Princess Leonor? For some, it's protocol. For others, it's a masterstroke of symbolism. Trump knows the weight of a photo, the power of an image. And the image of a young European princess meeting him in the Oval Office. That is history crafted in real time. But here's the deeper question. Why now? Why her? Leonor's visit comes at a turning point, not only for Spain, but for Europe. With shifting alliances, economic struggles, and debates about monarchy versus republic still raging, Leonor represents stability. A promise of continuity. And Trump. He represents disruption, raw force, unpredictability. Together, their meeting symbolizes the collision of tradition and upheaval, of monarchy and populism, of past and future. And it leaves us asking, who gains more from this encounter? The princess, or the president? Inside the White House, every detail matters. From the color of the carpet to the seating arrangements, nothing is left to chance. When Leonor steps into the Oval Office, what will she see? What will she feel? For a young royal raised in the palaces of Madrid, the formality may be familiar. Yet the atmosphere, charged with American bravado, will be something entirely new. Cameras will flash. Words will be exchanged. But beneath the surface, strategy unfolds. Spain strengthens its ties with America. Trump showcases his influence on the global stage. And Leonor, she shows the world that she is ready to play the game of power at the highest level. The world will dissect every moment. How Leonor dresses. How she speaks. Whether she looks Trump in the eye. Whether Trump, a man known for dominating rooms, shows deference to the young future queen. Will there be warmth, tension, humor, respect? Every gesture will become a headline. Every pause, a speculation. And behind those headlines lies the story of a princess stepping into her role, not just as Spain's heir, but as a global figure whose voice cannot be ignored. For King Felipe, this moment is bittersweet. Watching his daughter on the world stage is a source of pride, but also a reminder. His reign is slowly moving toward its twilight. Leonor's era is rising. The symbolism of her standing alone, received by Trump without her parents, speaks volumes. This is not just a courtesy call. This is a handover in motion. Spain is preparing for its queen, and the world is taking notice. But think about the weight Leonor carries into that room. A teenager just a few years ago, now the face of her nation. Every slip, every word, every smile will be judged not only by her people but by the world. The stakes could not be higher. And yet, those who know Leonor say she is prepared. That her poise, her discipline, her calm presence are what set her apart. That this is her proving ground. And then there is Baron Trump. Just a few years younger than Leonor, but already a figure of intrigue. Son of Donald. Heir, in some ways, to his own political dynasty. What happens if these two, the Princess of Spain and the son of America's most polarizing president, cross paths in the corridors of the White House? Some will whisper about symbolism. Others will dream of alliances. The internet will explode with speculation. Because in politics, nothing is ever just coincidence. Every meeting plants a seed. So what does this historic moment mean for the future? Perhaps it signals a closer relationship between Spain and the US. Perhaps it is about showing Leonor not just as a royal, but as a stateswoman in the making. Or perhaps, it is simply a spectacle, two worlds colliding for the cameras. But here's the truth: no matter the intent, the impact will be lasting. The image of Princess Leonor, walking confidently into the White House, shaking hands with Donald Trump, will not be forgotten. As the doors close and the meeting begins, the world can only guess what is being said. Talks of trade, NATO, climate, immigration, or something deeper, conversations about the nature of power, legacy, and the weight of leadership. Trump, the man who thrives on dominance. Leonor, the young woman who embodies grace under pressure. Two figures, generations apart, from different systems, yet brought together by the strange currents of history. And when the meeting ends, what remains? For Spain, a sense of pride. Their princess has held her own on the world stage. For Trump, another chapter in his unpredictable narrative. For Leonor, a memory, a test, a triumph. And for us, a glimpse into the future. Because in that meeting, we do not just see a president and a princess. We see what happens when power meets destiny. When tradition meets disruption. When history writes itself in real time. This is more than politics. More than ceremony. It is a reminder. The future is already here. And her name is Princess Leonor.